There we go. Alright, well, I tried to be cool and set up stuff, and it didn't work for me, so I gotta do a couple things here before we start. Send people to the right place. There we go. Alright, well, I tried to be cool and set up stuff, and it didn't work for me, so I gotta do a couple things here before we start. So bear with me just for a moment, if you would. There we go. I'm gonna have to practice this in the future, I guess. Alright, well. And I'm gonna turn off my volume there so you guys aren't listening to me twice. Of course you won't be, because you're not on you're not on Zoom. Well, I wonder why it didn't connect. Well, anyway, here I am, and here you are. Let's see here. It doesn't seem as though they're sharing anymore. Boop. Where is my Zoom? Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place. Wow. Everything seems to be gone. You would think after doing this so many times I would figure out how to do it. There it is. I found it. See, this is originally where I wanted to begin. Here's my original beginning. But again, it didn't work out. So tomorrow I will be practicing. Shoot. Now I don't even know where I'm at. Alright. I just want to check and make sure that I am on YouTube. What a bummer. That's alright. I'm not going to let it fluster me. We can't do that, right? So, if anybody's out there watching, looks like I'm the only one watching twice. I'm new! Help me! Technology kicks my butt! Alright. So, hello. My name is Kim McIntyre. This is Moai. And we're talking alignment tonight. And we're not just talking on the physical level. We're talking mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And anything that comes up for... from what I'm seeing right now, there's lots of people out there asking for help in one way or another. Over here on Facebook. There we are. Wonderful. So, alignment. And I think we'll start the day with reading some of the cards that came up. So whether you watch this live today on the 18th or you watch in the future, the energy will still be present for today on the 18th. So you can use the information, integrate it with tapping, integrate it with work that you already may do for yourself to help you heal whatever has come up for you on this day. Now, I know it might be hard to believe, hard to fathom, but that's one of the things about this work. If you believe that it can work for you, that's the first step, is believing. It's kind of like taking a sugar pill. Doctors see results with taking a sugar pill as much as they see results of taking the regular pill. Not always, sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's the fact that you can believe in something happening. So first card I picked up, it's called Hello and Goodbye. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. And I don't know about you, but just felt a little tension on my chest when I read that. So it means either I or someone that is or may be watching in the future. Sorry, I'm lowering my light here, getting the glare out of my eyes. Let's see if we can change some things here. There we go, that's better. Either me or someone in the future or now doesn't exactly believe or resonate with what that said. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. All right, so we're going to read a little bit about hello and goodbye. Give us some insight. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. So I'm going to go ahead and tap while I read this. Tapping is a way to connect into the unconscious self to facilitate the change, whatever change that is. Hey, there I am. You know what? Why don't we bring up a little YouTube action here too. It's funny, I got an email that said I was live on the link that I set up, but there was no picture coming through. It just didn't work for me. There we go. Now I don't have to download anything to YouTube. It'll just work for me. I like that. Or not YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Instagram. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. We are here and talking about hello and goodbye. Seeing that this change will make things better. And we're going to start tapping. Your life is changing and don't have much control. Your life is changing and you may feel that you don't have much control, yet you're safe and taken care of during this time of change. During your life, you'll experience many changes. As you say goodbye to the old and hello to the new, you'll learn that change is a part of everyone's life. You may feel sad to say goodbye, and you may feel afraid of what will happen in the future. This card tells you that new friends are coming your way. You aren't alone, though, as you will always have old friends and current family members who love you and care about you, so please tell them about your feelings. Change helps you let go of anything you've outgrown. As you say goodbye to the past, you'll always keep the love and lessons that you've learned safely within your heart. They're treasures that you'll always keep through your life. Say hello to the new people, places, and events that are coming to you. There's nothing to fear about your future. It's happy, bright, and you will have lots of fun. Well, I like that. I don't know about you, but that's a very good reading from Magical Unicorn Cards. There we go. Hello and goodbye. So say hello to those new things that are coming and say goodbye to the old things that you don't need anymore. So on that note, why don't we do a little work around hello and goodbye, working on the things that you don't need anymore. So we're going to bring up the old remote healing. Let's go back here. And we're going to play this guy in a window so I don't overtake everything. There we go. Boom. Hello and goodbye. And look at that, we start on our old cranial system. But that's not the first thing that we're going to work with, because that's not the most important right now. So I'll bring up all my information here. YouTube's going. And I'm going to work with the brain of the body. So I'll bring up that picture here. Boom. How do you like that guy? So we can, because the brain has energy and we are moving copious amounts of energy today, we can work on individual points in the brain. We can work on the nerves that lead from the brain. We can work on the places that the brain controls because of these nerve pathways. So what I do is I am connected to the whole lot of you, whoever is watching, whoever is going to watch. And I'm picking up on the things that need to be addressed. And we're going to work with motor perception on the left hand side of the head here. And color perception on the right hand side. And pain on the left, just the left. Ooh. So does it hurt to change? Right? I know I've been afraid of changing in the past, letting go of the things I didn't need. So when you can imagine a change is coming up, you may manifest some pain to prevent you from changing. So if we could release that, who knows what kind of changes can come our way. Olfactory senses, bottom of the brain on the right side. Now who knows why we build these compensations or exactly who has been compensated? So yawning is a natural release response. Exact mathematical calculations. Interesting. Do we have to calculate the changes in order to be comfortable with them happening? Yeah, man. Apparently I'm getting something out of these mathematical approximations on the right side. Anticipation, right side, top of the head. All right, now I don't know about you, but that has made my head a little uncomfortable. So we're going to bring in some support energy. Oh, excuse me. To help calm the nervous system around those changes that just occurred. Bring up a little. Oops. Let's go back. Sorry about that. Doesn't want to play today. Do you want to play a little fire? There we go. So in this picture we have the support of fire, we have the support of wood, we have, I'm sure there's got to be metals in there. Lead, iron, probably more iron than anything. Sierra Nevadas, who knows, there might be a gold nugget in there. Water, air, wood, metal, fire, water, earth. We're going to release the water element. I see somebody might have popped in here and left. That's okay. Releasing fire element. Too much fire. So we were talking these elements, we're talking Chinese medicine or acupuncture. It's water element or fire element in relation to the triple warmer. Maintains your body's temperature. Good. My head feels better. Very nice. Alright, let's see what comes up next. Well, look at that. Let's see. Ayurvedic medicine. Now, I do not know Ayurveda, but I accept that everything works and sometimes we need things. Let's go ahead and stop sharing. Get my face up here because I don't have a picture of the Ayurvedic stuff that we're doing here. So we're going to release Pitta element. Look at that. Pitta is related to fire and water together. Pitta people have a tendency to burn candles at both ends. All go, no stop, no recovery, no healing. So if that resonates with you, this is directly for you. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to move on to another card. So next card that came up is Fog. And it says Veiled. Let's get that in there. Whoa, there we go. So let's read about fog, shall we? Apparently I don't know my ABCs. Fog. Fog is simply a low cloud, a blanket of water crystals that hasn't gained the density of raindrops. The thicker it is, the more it shrouds us in the damp, billowy arms. It can be so thick that it makes it nearly impossible to see directly in front of us. During those times, silence makes its own sound as we pause and allow ourselves to be enveloped in the shroud of impenetrable density. We may even feel as if we can do nothing but be still and wait for what is to be revealed. Yet, even within the thickest fog, we can be assured that it will eventually burn off as the sun's rays infiltrate the veil. Once they do so, we can anticipate how the light and warmth will bring us to welcome relief from the cold. As the sun continues to disperse the fog, our surroundings become illuminated, and we have the opportunity to continue onward. Kind of like the hello and goodbye, huh? A change. You are enmeshed in confusion and uncertainty, and are unsure if it will ever clear up. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Know that this foggy veil will eventually dissolve. Although there may be ways you are unconsciously contributing to this state, the greater truth is that there is simply a cycle you are moving through, and like all things, this too shall pass. Allow yourself to feel confused. In fact, decide to be confused. No matter what attempts you make right now to make things happen or move in any specific direction, out of impatience or frustration, you risk only creating more confusion and uncertainty. So be still and patient. Wait for that first glimmer of awareness to lift the veil so you can see the choices before you more clearly, and you can then choose to align yourself within the will of the Spirit. Very good. So learning how to accept change in hello and goodbye, and maybe we're creating some of the frustration as that change is trying to bring us. Very nice. Wait for that first glimmer of awareness to lift the veil so you can see the choices before you more clearly and can then choose to align yourself with the will of the Spirit. I like that. Thank you, Earth Magic. See if there's some corrections that need to be made. Okay, so we're going to work with the cranial bones. Excuse me. Cranials. So this is a simplified version of the cranials. And here is alright. Here's an exploded version of the cranials. Now these cranials can get stuck in patterns, right? Overworking, no rest, all go, no stop. And when we try to change that, our body, our subconscious mind, due to these impingements in the cranial bones, might prevent us from allowing that fog to lift, always forcing something to happen. So we're going to balance these cranial bones. And when I say cranials, I'm also talking collarbones, sternum, sacrum, pelvis, and coccyx. We're going to balance all of those because they envelop our nervous system, our energy center. And when we can allow for more movement, that fog might just lift off, might move. That's our goal anyway, right? So I'm just being quiet now as I go through these because I test every bone and I just go through the patterns. Very good. And now we're going to bring up some meridians. All right. Oops. My keynote notes over here keep turning off. There we go, meridians. Okay, so we're going to work the bladder meridian. Now, meridians have all these points in them, energy centers, and those points can get blocked. Today we're going to address those blockages by tapping on emotions, clearing emotions out of the bladder meridian. So the emotion of anxiety comes up. Anxiety. Not knowing what to say, right? Although I'm not feeling anxiety now. So one thing you can do for yourself is talk about feeling anxiety. Something comes up for me giving a book report or presentation during high school. I didn't go to college. I went to high school. And the amount of sweat and stumbling my words and the shaking, and I mean, I can't say we've all experienced that because I don't know you all, but you can imagine. at one time or another you may have experienced those things. Sweaty palms, sweaty armpits, sweaty feet, dry mouth. And so you can integrate emotional freedom technique or tapping and grab yourself a plant and start talking to your plant about times that you felt anxious. And if you start talking about a time and it doesn't resonate with you, you might not have been anxious at that time. You might have had another emotion, but you just thought of it as anxiety. So the more precise you can be with the emotions that you tap in and talk about, the better off you'll be. Bringing in courage, right? Having a spine, and look where that bladder meridian runs, right down your spine. Finding the courage to talk in front of people, finding the courage to ask for a raise, finding the courage to make a move, finding the courage to wait until the fog lifts so that you can see that sunshine going through. Because if you've ever tried to move fog, it doesn't work. So sometimes we've got to, maybe the fog is telling you, hey, you need to rest a little bit. Okay, bladder meridian, done. Okay, wonderful. You're now part of the tribe. Let's see, something's going on here. All right. So, that in a nutshell is what I have to offer you for today, for tomorrow, for whenever you decide to watch this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Bring it out there. Because the more questions you ask, I guarantee somebody else has that question. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get live updates. And I promise I will be practicing this tomorrow. So when I go live tomorrow at 1 o'clock, talking about what I have to offer, it will work. Promise. All right, so you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and remember, rest, relaxation. Let that veil lift on its own. You can't force it off. Good night.